The history of real estate investment dates back to thousands of years ago. Real estate investment is one of the most reliable forms of investment, especially here in Nigeria. All over the world, real estate investment is actually very popular because people have been able to pass down generational wealth. That means that they've been able to pass wealth from one generation to another through real estate investments. But it can also be very risky to invest in real estate, especially in Nigeria. I told you on this podcast, Nigeria is our major case study. Investing in real estate is very simple, but it can also be complex if you don't have the right information, which is why we are bringing this podcast your way. On this podcast, we're going to be making real estate investment simple through the power of conversation. You'll be involved in the conversation, I'll be involved in the conversation. As usual, my name is Titi and I'm your host today on Homes That Feed podcast by T-Bluno, where we talk about everything real estate. Back to what I was talking about. Real estate investment is actually very lucrative and is a reliable form of asset. But people also lose money in real estate investment. Well, let's leave that for now. We'll talk about how people lose money in the subsequent episode. But today, we're actually going to talk about how to make money from real estate investment. There are a lot of ways to make money from real estate investment, but I won't be exhausting all the ways. I'll be talking about a few. The first one I want to talk about is rental income. What do I mean by rental income? You generate rental income from your real estate investment. You could invest in commercial real estate or residential real estate. Commercial real estate is the properties you invest in for commercial purpose, like the warehouse. You construct a warehouse, the retail complex, office complexes. Those are commercial real estate investments. So you lease out those properties. It could be for a period of 5 years, 10 years. You generate rental income from your tenants. And then the other one is the residential, where you rent out the properties for residential purpose, where people reside. Another way of investing, another way of making money from real estate investment is buying and selling. What do I mean by buying and selling? Buying and selling of houses. Probably the house is like a rundown house, or you buy a property off plan, which is mainly buying properties below the current market value. You renovate such properties and then you put it back in the market for sale. And most of the time, you actually sell it higher than the price that you actually bought it. This type of real estate investment opportunity is called flip in most parts of the world. So that's buying and selling. It could be an off-plan property. You actually buy the property, let's say, when it was still in the development stage, maybe now, and then the property is being developed in 1 year, and then you sell after the property has been completed. You will definitely sell it higher than the amount you paid buying it. So that's a good way to make money from real estate. Another way to make money from real estate is actually property development. You could develop commercial properties, you could develop residential properties on a piece of land or a large expanse of land. So those properties, you could either sell them or you rent them out. Of course, commercial properties bring high income, meaning you generate more money from commercial properties than you do from residential properties. But they are also more expensive to construct most of the time than residential. So you weigh what you have, you weigh your budget, and then you know the one that will suit you, suit your purpose, and suit your budget. One of the ways also to make money from real estate investment is the real estate investment trusts. They are companies that manage several real estate portfolios. They have these properties that they manage, but you invest in real estate investment trust, which also serves like we say stock in real estate. It's like investing in stock exchange, but right now is for you are investing in companies that have existing real estate portfolios. So what they do is they give you dividends within a certain period. So there's an agreed period where you earn your dividends based on your investments. This is a sure way of getting passive income. But don't just go about investing in any company. You need to carry out your due diligence before you commit your money into any investment. One of the ways also to generate money from real estate investment is crowdfunding. There are several online platforms that, receive resources from people, funds from people, and then they liaise with developers to develop properties, and then you make returns from such properties, especially when they are sold. Don't just go about putting your money into every online platform. I say again, do your due diligence before investing. But these are also ways of generating passive income, because you are not involved in the purchase, you are not involved in the construction, you are not involved in the management. All you are involved in is collecting your returns, and most times the returns are paid annually. So you can choose to invest, especially for those that can't afford to buy the piece of land on their own, or they can't afford to buy the building structure. And you could also come together, maybe a group of friends, you could come together. That's also crowdfunding. Then you come together with the main purpose of purchasing a property. For instance, this property is going for 10 million naira, and we are 10 of us, and we can afford to stake 1 million naira each. And then we leave that property for a while until it generates, until we know that the property has increased in value, and then we put it in the market for sale, and then everybody makes their income from it. One of the other ways to make money from real estate investment that is gaining a lot of popularity here in Nigeria is short rental properties. For instance, the Airbnb is gaining lots of popularity, and a lot of smart investors are investing in properties for this purpose. Why is the short let gaining a lot of popularity? You get your income daily. You generate more income from short rental income than you do from the annual rental income. And why is that? But it's going to take a lot of publicity, and it's going to take a lot of good reviews from existing people that have used your service for you to be able to generate lots of income. But it's gaining a lot of popularity. People rent short-let apartments for bridal shower, for parties, for honeymoon, for several purposes, and it's gaining a lot of popularity because you get your privacy, you get to cook your own meals. It's actually cheaper than staying in a hotel. That's why it's gaining a lot of popularity, especially in cities like Lagos and Abuja. The short-let apartment is gaining a lot of popularity. Joint venture is another way to invest in real estate and make money from real estate. What do I mean by joint venture? For instance, somebody has a piece of land, but he does not have the resources to develop that land. And this developer has the resources to develop the land. So the developer approaches the person who owns the piece of land. Of course, this will be done based on agreement. And then the developer develops the property. And then, for instance, let's say this piece of land can accommodate 10 buildings. So the owner of the land could have a 50-50 sharing formula, a 60-40 sharing formula, a 70-30. So one of the party gets a particular number of units while the other one gets the other number of units. So you who owns the land, you can decide to rent your property out, or you can put it for sale. Those are ways to generate money. Like I said, I'm not going to exhaust the list of how to make money from real estate investment. But with this few, I know you've gained some insight into real estate investment. I'd like you to visit our website, www.T-Bluno.com, where you get tips, you see real estate investment opportunities, you get more information about real estate investment here in Nigeria. And then you can also send us a mail on hello@tbluno.com. You can reach us by calling the number on the screen. I also look forward to hearing from you. I want you to come share your real estate journey story, because of course your story could inspire someone into investing in real estate. And let us know the challenges and everything that has happened to you with real estate. We really want to hear from you. I really want to thank you for joining me in the show today. I look forward to bringing you subsequent episodes. So till I come your way again, cheers.